you know what nobody talks about. The specific kind of tired that comes not from doing too much, but from thinking too much. It is 2 a.m. Your body is completely drained. The room is quiet. Everything around you has stopped. But your brain is somewhere else entirely. It is replaying a conversation from this morning. Rehearsing something you have to say tomorrow. Asking questions that have no answers yet. And the harder you try to stop, the louder it gets. This is not insomnia. This is not anxiety in the clinical sense. This is what it feels like to live inside a mind that genuinely cannot find its off switch. Here is what psychology actually says about why this happens. Researchers call it maladaptive rumination, a pattern where the brain circles back to the same thoughts repeatedly, especially around uncertainty, unresolved situations, or things that were said and cannot be unsaid. Studies from Yale and the University of Michigan have consistently found that people who experience this are not doing so because something is wrong with them. In most cases, they are doing so because their brain has an exceptionally strong capacity for pattern recognition. It is always scanning, always processing, always looking for meaning beneath the surface of things. The problem has never been the intelligence. The problem is that the system never receives a signal that says it is finally safe to stop. So it doesn't. And here is the part most people never consider. This pattern almost never starts in adulthood. For the majority of people who lie awake at night with a brain that refuses to rest, this habit began much earlier, in childhood, in environments where outcomes felt unpredictable, where moods shifted without warning, where a small mistake could carry consequences that felt far larger than they should have. When a child grows up inside that kind of uncertainty, their developing brain makes a very logical decision. Think ahead. Anticipate everything. If you can see what is coming before it arrives, maybe you can protect yourself from it. Seen in that light, the brain that will not let you sleep is not failing you. It learned to stay alert because staying alert once kept you safe. It is still running that same program. Long after the original danger has passed, there is something else happening too, something that makes this even harder to simply will your way out of. Your brain releases small amounts of dopamine during the act of problem solving, even imagined problem solving. So when you lie awake, running through scenarios, rehearsing conversations, analyzing every possible outcome of something that may never happen, your brain is quietly rewarding itself, not for arriving at an answer, just for thinking. This is why being told to just stop thinking about it feels almost offensive. Your brain has a chemical reason to keep going. Willpower alone was never going to be enough. But here is what that pattern actually reveals about you. A study published in Psychological Science found that people who ruminate also score significantly higher on measures of cognitive empathy, the ability to understand and anticipate how other people think and feel. The mind that keeps you awake at night is the same mind that notices when someone is hurting before they say a word. That remembers the small details other people forget. That feels the weight of things most people walk past without noticing. The very thing that exhausts you is also what makes you one of the most perceptive people in any room you walk into. And maybe that is the most important thing to understand about all of this. The brain that will not let you sleep is not broken. It is not weak. It is not something that needs to be fixed or silenced or pushed away. It is a highly active mind that learned to stay alert in a world that once felt uncertain. And the real work, the quiet, patient, lifelong work, is not stopping the thoughts. It is teaching that mind gently that the world it is preparing for no longer exists, that the danger it is scanning for has already passed, that it is finally, after all this time, safe enough to rest. And sometimes just understanding that is where the quieting begins.